Hi there, are you struggling with your UK theory test? You've just found the right video. We've made it super simple for you, breaking down the most important questions, tricky road signs, and essential tips to help you pass first time. No confusing explanations, no wasted time, just exactly what you need to know. If you find this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss an update. If you want to feel 100% ready for your test, stay tuned, let's get started.
Question 1. How can you plan your route before starting a long journey? A. Check your vehicle handbook. B. Ask your local garage. C. Use a route planner on the internet. D. Consult a travel agent. C. Use a route planner on the internet. Various route planners are available on the internet. Most of them give you several options, allowing you to choose between the most direct route and quieter roads. They may also identify rest and fuel stops. Print off the directions and take them with you. Question 2. How can drivers help the environment? A. By accelerating harshly. B. By accelerating gently. C. By using leaded fuel. D. By driving faster. B. By accelerating gently. Rapid acceleration and heavy braking lead to increased fuel consumption, wear on your vehicle. Having your vehicle serviced regularly will maintain its efficiency, produce cleaner emissions, and reduce the risk of a breakdown. Question 3. What's the safest thing to do if you have to leave valuables in your car? A. Put them in a carrier bag. B. Park near a school entrance. C. Lock them out of sight. D. Park near a bus stop. C. Lock them out of sight. If you have to leave valuables in your car, lock them out of sight. This is the best way to deter an opportunist thief. Question 4. What does this sign mean? A. You must drive at 50 miles per hour for 3/4 of a mile. B. The speed limit changes in 50 miles. C. The minimum speed limit is 50 miles per hour in the roadworks area ahead. D. The maximum speed limit is 50 miles per hour in the roadworks area ahead. D. The maximum speed limit is 50 miles per hour in the roadworks area ahead. This is an advanced warning sign for a roadworks site ahead. You may not drive faster than 50 miles per hour there. Question 5. On a vehicle, where would you find a catalytic converter? A. In the fuel tank. B. In the air filter. C. On the cooling system. D. On the exhaust system. D. On the exhaust system. Although carbon dioxide is still produced, a catalytic converter fitted to the exhaust system reduces the toxic and polluting gases by up to 90%.
Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video.
Question 6. What's most likely to increase fuel consumption? A. Poor steering control. B. Accelerating around bends. C. Staying in high gears. D. Harsh braking and accelerating. D. Harsh braking and accelerating. Accelerating and braking gently and smoothly will help to save fuel and reduce wear on your vehicle. This makes it better for the environment too. Question 7. What can people who live or work in towns and cities do to help reduce urban pollution levels? A. Drive more quickly. B. Over-rev in a low gear. C. Walk or cycle. D. Drive short journeys. C. Walk or cycle. Using a vehicle for short journeys means the engine doesn't have time to reach its normal operating temperature. When an engine is running below its normal operating temperature, it produces increased amounts of pollution. Walking and cycling don't create pollution and have health benefits as well. Question 8. As you approach a bend, you see this sign. You should A. Slow down and continue driving around the bend while remaining alert. B. Come to a complete stop. C. Make a U-turn and drive in the other direction. D. Slow down to a crawl. A. Slow down and continue driving around the bend while remaining alert. The sign is telling you that the road bends to the right. Make sure that you have selected the right gear, and continue to drive at a slow but constant speed. Question 9. How can driving in a fuel-efficient manner help protect the environment? A. Through the legal enforcement of speed regulations. B. By increasing the number of cars on the road. C. Through increased fuel bills. D. By reducing exhaust emissions. D. By reducing exhaust emissions. Fuel-efficient driving is all about looking and planning further ahead. This helps raise your hazard awareness and reduces the need for late and heavy braking. This will make your journeys more comfortable, as well as considerably reducing your fuel bills and reducing emissions that can damage the environment. Question 10. You're stopped at the side of the road. What must you do if you'll be waiting there for some time? A. Switch off the engine. B. Apply the steering lock. C. Switch off the radio. D. Use your headlights. A. Switch off the engine. If your vehicle is stationary and is likely to remain so for some time, You must switch off the engine unless you're stationary in traffic or diagnosing a fault. Question 11. You want to put a rear-facing baby seat on the front passenger seat. What must you do if the passenger seat is protected by a frontal airbag? A. Deactivate the airbag. B. Turn the seat to face sideways. C. Ask a passenger to hold the baby. D. Put the child in an adult seat belt. A. Deactivate the airbag. It's illegal to fit a rear-facing baby seat into a passenger seat protected by an active frontal airbag. If the airbag activates, it could cause serious injury or even death to the child. You must secure it in a different seat or deactivate the relevant airbag. Follow the manufacturer's advice when fitting a baby seat. Question 12. You arrive at a section of road bordered by a pair of red lines. What do these lines mean? A. No parking. B. No parking or waiting. C. No parking, waiting, or loading at any time. D. No parking, waiting, or loading during certain hours. C. No parking, waiting, or loading at any time. This is a permanent red route. No parking, stopping, loading, or unloading is permitted here. Red routes that are marked with a single red line are only active during certain hours of the day. Question 13. How can you reduce the damage your vehicle causes to the environment? A. Use narrow side streets. B. Brake heavily. C. Use busy routes. D. Anticipate well ahead. D. Anticipate well ahead. By looking well ahead and recognizing hazards in good time, you can avoid late and heavy braking. Watch the traffic flow and look well ahead for potential hazards so you can control your speed in good time. Avoid over-revving the engine and accelerating harshly, as this increases wear to the engine and uses more fuel. Question 14. What should you remove from your car before leaving it unattended? A. The car dealer's details. B. The owner's manual. C. The service record. D. The vehicle registration document. D. The vehicle registration document. Never leave the vehicle registration document inside your car. This document would help a thief to dispose of your car more easily. Question 15. What's the purpose of a catalytic converter? A. To reduce fuel consumption. B. To reduce the risk of fire. C. To reduce harmful exhaust gases. D. To reduce engine wear. C. To reduce harmful exhaust gases. Catalytic converters reduce a large percentage of harmful exhaust emissions. They work more efficiently when the engine has reached its normal working temperature.
Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video.
Question 16. How can you check your power-assisted steering fluid level? A. Use the dipstick behind the fuel tank. B. The power steering system uses the same oil as the engine. C. The power steering fluid is in a reservoir under the bonnet. D. The power steering warning light will be on when the fluid is low. C. The power steering fluid is in a reservoir under the bonnet. Check the power steering fluid level in the reservoir under the bonnet. Ensure it's between the minimum and maximum marks. Question 17. When should tire pressures be checked? A. After any lengthy journey. B. After traveling at high speed. C. When tires are hot. D. When tires are cold. D. When tires are cold. Check the tire pressures when the tires are cold. This will give you a more accurate reading. The heat generated on a long journey will raise the pressure inside the tire. Question 18. You have to arrive on time for an appointment. How should you plan for the journey? A. Allow plenty of time for the trip. B. Plan to travel at busy times. C. Avoid roads with the national speed limit. D. Prevent other drivers from overtaking. A. Allow plenty of time for the trip. Always allow plenty of time for your journey in case of unforeseen problems. Anything can happen, for example punctures, breakdowns, road closures, diversions, and delays. You'll feel less stressed and less inclined to take risks if you aren't pushed for time. Question 19. What's likely to happen if you put too much oil in your engine? A. The clutch pedal will lock. B. The air intake will become blocked. C. The timing belt will slip. D. The oil seals will leak. D. The oil seals will leak. Too much oil will lead to increased pressure in the engine. This could damage oil seals and lead to oil leaks. Any excess oil should be drained off. Question 20. What does this sign mean? A. No vehicle entry. B. T-junction ahead. C. Road work ahead. D. National speed limits now in effect. A. No vehicle entry. This is a no entry sign. Do not drive past this sign. Question 21. What should you do when you leave your car unattended for a few minutes? A. Leave the engine running. B. Switch the engine off but leave the key in. C. Lock it and remove the key. D. Park near a traffic warden. C. Lock it and remove the key. Always switch off the engine, remove the key and lock your car even if you're only leaving it for a few minutes. Question 22. What does it mean if this light comes on while you're driving? A. A fault in the braking system. B. The engine oil is low. C. A rear light has failed. D. Your seat belt isn't fastened. A. A fault in the braking system. If this light comes on, you should have the brake system checked immediately. A faulty braking system could have dangerous consequences. Question 23. What should you do if your vehicle pulls to one side when you use the brakes? A. Increase the pressure in your tires. B. Have the brakes checked as soon as possible. C. Change gear and pump the brake pedal. D. Use your parking brake at the same time. B. Have the brakes checked as soon as possible. The brakes on your vehicle must be effective and properly adjusted. If your vehicle pulls to one side when braking, take it to be checked by a qualified mechanic as soon as you can. Question 24. What is the national speed limit for a car towing a trailer on a single carriageway? A. 70 miles per hour, 112 kilometers per hour. B. 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers per hour. C. 60 miles per hour, 96 kilometers per hour. D. 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. D. 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. A car that is towing a trailer or caravan must not exceed 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, on a single carriageway. Question 25. What's the legal minimum tread depth for tires on your trailer or caravan? A. 1 mm. B. 1.6 mm. C. 2 mm. D. 2.6 mm. B. 1.6 mm. Trailers and caravans may be left in storage over the winter months and tires can deteriorate. It's important to check their tread depth and also their pressures and general condition. The legal tread depth of 1.6 mm applies to the central 3/4 of a tire's breadth over its entire circumference. Question 26. What will happen if your car's wheels are unbalanced? A. The steering will pull to one side. B. The steering will vibrate. C. The brakes will fail. D. The tires will deflate. B. The steering will vibrate. If your wheels are out of balance, it will cause the steering to vibrate at certain speeds. This isn't a fault that will put itself right, so take your vehicle to a garage or tire fitter to have the wheels rebalanced. Question 27. What can cause excessive or uneven tire wear? A. A faulty gearbox. B. A faulty braking system. C. A faulty electrical system. D. A faulty exhaust system. B. A faulty braking system. If you see that parts of the tread on your tires are wearing before others, it may indicate a brake suspension or wheel alignment fault. Regular servicing will help to detect faults at an early stage, and this will avoid the risk of minor faults becoming serious or even dangerous. Question 28. What does this sign mean? A. National speed limits now apply. B. There is a tunnel ahead. C. No vehicles are allowed past this point. D. The road is closed ahead. C. No vehicles are allowed past this point. This sign states that no vehicles are allowed past this point. Bicycles may proceed past this sign as long as they are pushed. Question 29. You're driving a friend's children home from school. They're both under 14 years old. Who's responsible for making sure they wear a seat belt or approved child restraint where required? A. An adult passenger. B. The children. C. You the driver. D. Your friend. C. You the driver. Passengers should always be secured and safe. Children should be encouraged to fasten their seat belts or approved restraints themselves from an early age so that it becomes a matter of routine. As the driver, you must check that they're fastened securely. It's your responsibility. Question 30. How can you help to prevent your car radio being stolen? A. Park in an unlit area. B. Leave the radio turned on. C. Park near a busy junction. D. Install a security-coded radio. D. Install a security-coded radio. A security-coded radio can deter thieves as it's likely to be of little use when removed from the vehicle. Question 31. You need to top up your battery with distilled water. What level should you fill it to? A. The top of the battery. B. Halfway up the battery. C. Just below the cell plates. D. Just above the cell plates. D. Just above the cell plates. Top up the battery with distilled water and make sure each cell plate is covered. Question 32. Where should you start indicating for the left turn pictured? A. Point C, just after the junction where you don't intend to turn. B. Point B, in the middle of the junction where you don't intend to turn.
C. Point A, a good distance from where you intend to turn.
D. None of the above. B. Point B, in the middle of the junction where you don't intend to turn. You should start signaling in the middle of the junction where you do not intend to turn. That way, other drivers won't be misled by your signal. This will also give other drivers as much notice as possible before you turn. Question 33. What part of the car does the law require you to keep in good condition? A. The gearbox. B. The transmission. C. The door locks. D. The seat belts. D. The seat belts. Unless exempt, you and your passengers must wear a seat belt or suitable child restraint. The seat belts in your car must be in good condition and working properly. They'll be checked during its MO test. Question 34. If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? A. An air-sprung seat. B. Anti-lock brakes. C. A collapsible steering wheel. D. A properly adjusted head restraint.
D. A properly adjusted head restraint.
If you're involved in a collision, head restraints will reduce the risk of neck injury. They must be properly adjusted. Make sure they aren't positioned too low. In a crash, this could cause damage to the neck. Question 35. You're leaving your vehicle parked on a road and unattended. When may you leave the engine running? A. If you'll be parking for less than 5 minutes. B. If the battery keeps going flat. C. When parked in a 20 miles per hour zone. D. Never if you're away from the vehicle. D. Never if you're away from the vehicle. When you leave your vehicle parked on a road, switch off the engine and secure the vehicle. Make sure no valuables are visible. Shut all the windows, lock the vehicle, and set the alarm if the vehicle has one.
Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video.
Question 36. Show me how you would clean your windscreen using the windscreen washer. A. Drive to the next petrol station and clean your windows with the squeegee provided there. B. Hold down the windscreen washer button until the windscreen is clean. C. Turn on your ignition and hold down the windscreen washer button until the windscreen is clean. D. Press the washer button to spray the washer and use the squeegee normally kept in the boot to wipe the windscreen. C. Turn on your ignition and hold down the windscreen washer button until the windscreen is clean. Turn on your ignition and press the windscreen washer button until the windscreen is clean. In newer cars, the windscreen wipers engage automatically. Question 37. How will your journey be affected by traveling outside the busy times of day? A. Your journey will use more fuel. B. Your journey will take longer. C. Your journey will be more hazardous. D. Your journey will have fewer delays. D. Your journey will have fewer delays. If possible, avoid the early morning, late afternoon, and early evening rush hour. Doing this should allow you to have a better journey with fewer delays. This should help you to arrive at your destination feeling less stressed. Question 38. Why is it important to wear suitable shoes when you're driving? A. To prevent wear on the pedals. B. To maintain control of the pedals. C. To enable you to adjust your seat. D. To enable you to walk for assistance if you break down. B. To maintain control of the pedals. When you're going to drive, make sure that you're wearing suitable clothing. Comfortable shoes will ensure that you have proper control of the foot pedals. Question 39. When may a passenger travel in a car without wearing a seat belt? A. When they're under 14 years old. B. When they're under 1.5 meters, 5 feet, in height. C. When they're sitting in the rear seat. D. When they're exempt for medical reasons. D. When they're exempt for medical reasons. If you have adult passengers, it's their responsibility to wear a seat belt, but you should still remind them to use one as they get in the car. It's your responsibility to make sure that all children in your car are secured with an appropriate restraint. Exemptions are allowed for those with a medical exemption certificate. Question 40. When driving on a motorway, you see this sign on a stopped works vehicle. What should you do? A. Do not pass the works vehicle on the right. B. Exit the motorway on the right. C. Pass the works vehicle on the right. D. Stop behind the vehicle. C. Pass the works vehicle on the right. A keep right sign will be mounted on the back of the works vehicle or the vehicle protecting the works. On single carriageway roads with a speed limit of 40 miles per hour or more, the keep right sign on the back of the works vehicle or the vehicle protecting the works includes flashing amber lamps, as shown in this image. These lamps flash in pairs from top to bottom. Question 41. What may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? A. Always keeping the headlights on. B. Fitting reflective glass windows. C. Always keeping the interior light on. D. Etching the registration number on the windows. D. Etching the registration number on the windows. Having your car registration number etched on all your windows is a cheap and effective way to deter professional car thieves. Question 42. You're parked on the road at night. When must you use parking lights? A. When there are continuous white lines in the middle of the road. B. When the speed limit exceeds 30 miles per hour. C. When you're facing oncoming traffic. D. When you're near a bus stop. B. When the speed limit exceeds 30 miles per hour. When parking at night, park in the direction of the traffic. This will enable other road users to see the reflectors on the rear of your vehicle. Use your parking lights if the speed limit is over 30 miles per hour. Question 43. What's most likely to waste fuel? A. Reducing your speed. B. Driving on motorways. C. Using different brands of fuel. D. Underinflated tires. D. Underinflated tires. Wasting fuel costs you money and also causes unnecessary pollution. Ensuring your tires are correctly inflated, avoiding carrying unnecessary weight, and removing a roof rack that's not in use will all help to reduce your fuel consumption. Question 44. What does this sign indicate? A. There is a tram crossing ahead. B. This route is for trams only. C. No trams are allowed on this road. D. There is a train crossing ahead. A. There is a tram crossing ahead. This warning sign means that trams may be crossing the road ahead. Look for tram rails, signs and signals. Question 45. You plan your route before starting a journey. Why should you also plan an alternative route? A. Your original route may be blocked. B. Your maps may have different scales. C. You may find you have to pay a congestion charge. D. You may get held up by a tractor. A. Your original route may be blocked. It can be frustrating and worrying to find your planned route is blocked by roadworks or diversions. If you've planned an alternative, you'll feel less stressed and more able to concentrate fully on your driving or riding. If your original route is mostly on motorways, it's a good idea to plan an alternative using non-motorway roads. Always carry a map with you just in case you need to refer to it.
Hi there, I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please subscribe and turn on notifications for more driving tips and tests. And don't forget to comment your score. Let's get back to the video.
Question 46. The fluid level in your battery is low. What fluid should you use to top it up? A. Battery acid. B. Distilled water. C. Engine oil. D. Engine coolant. B. Distilled water. some modern batteries are maintenance-free. Check your vehicle handbook and if necessary make sure that the plates in each battery cell are covered with fluid. Question 47. When will your vehicle use more fuel? A. When its tires are underinflated. B. When its tires are of different makes. C. When its tires are overinflated. D. When its tires are new. A. When its tires are underinflated. Check your tire pressures frequently, normally once a week. If they're lower than those recommended by the manufacturer, there will be more rolling resistance. The engine will have to work harder to overcome this, leading to increased fuel consumption. Question 48. What does this sign mean? A. The road is closed ahead. B. This area is for trams only. C. National speed limits now apply. D. Pass an obstacle to the left. C. National speed limits now apply. This sign states that national speed limits for this type of road apply here. This sign may be posted where there are no signs indicating specific speed limits. Question 49. What can you achieve if you drive smoothly? A. Reduction in journey times by about 15%. B. Increase in fuel consumption by about 15%. C. Reduction in fuel consumption by about 15%. D. Increase in journey times by about 15%. C. Reduction in fuel consumption by about 15%. By driving smoothly, you'll not only save about 15% of your fuel, but will also reduce the amount of wear and tear on your vehicle and the level of pollution it produces. You're also likely to feel more relaxed and have a more pleasant journey. Question 50. How should you drive when you're driving along a road that has road humps? A. Maintain a reduced speed throughout. B. Accelerate quickly between the humps. C. Always keep to the maximum legal speed. D. Drive slowly at school times only. A. Maintain a reduced speed throughout. Road humps are there for a reason, to protect vulnerable road users by reducing the speed of traffic. Don't accelerate harshly between the humps. Put the safety of others first and maintain a reduced speed throughout the zone.